When we imagine the fall of Rome, most people think of brutal invasions, collapsing armies, or palace intrigues. However, kingdoms do not fall only from the outside. They gradually weaken from within. And one of the most important reasons for this is usually money. The currency system also played an important role in the fall of Rome. For a long time, Rome's own currency was a silver coin called the denarius. At first, it was quite reliable because it contained a high amount of silver. Soldiers were paid with it, merchants accepted it, and people saved their wealth in it. In other words, it was not just money, it was almost trust itself. However, as the empire expanded and costs increased over time, things naturally became more difficult. Feeding armies, financing wars, and maintaining roads and structures required huge expenses. When taxes were no longer enough, the state tried a different plan, reducing the amount of silver in the currency. At first, these were small changes, but over time they became massive. The coin, which was once considered almost fully silver, was gradually mixed with less valuable materials. People noticed this. As the value of money decreased, prices began to rise. Things that once could be bought with a single unit now required more money. This situation especially affected ordinary people. Soldiers began demanding higher pay due to financial hardship, and merchants sometimes turned to barter as trust in money decreased. As trust weakened, the problem grew even more. As the state tried to print more money, its value fell further, creating a vicious cycle. Rome entered a major crisis period, especially in the 3rd century. Wars, diseases, and internal conflicts all contributed to a weakening economy. Emperors changed frequently, and there was no stability.
During this period, the state even tried to control prices. However, since money had already lost its value, such interventions did not work. People ignored official prices and followed real market prices, and informal trade increased. Over time, Rome was forced to abandon its previous monetary system. Later, a new gold-based monetary system was introduced, which brought some stability for a while. However, it was already too late for the Western Roman Empire. The system had already been significantly weakened. The lesson to be drawn from this is that problems in the monetary system affect not only the economy, but society as a whole. When people lose trust in money, trade becomes more difficult and order breaks down. Throughout history, we see similar examples. The massive inflation in Germany after World War I and currency crises, such as in Zimbabwe, show similar outcomes in different periods. In more modern examples, after countries moved away from the gold standard and fully adopted fiat currency systems, monetary policies became more flexible. This also led to ongoing debates about inflation from time to time. Today, monetary systems around the world are largely based on trust. Therefore, economic decisions and monetary policies have become extremely important. In short, Rome reminds us of this. Money is not only a medium of exchange, but also a reflection of trust in society. If that trust disappears, much of the system can be affected.